How's it going, everybody? Thanks for tuning into Good Chronic Reactions, Good Chronic Convos, but you know the deal. My name is Siphon, and in today's reaction video, we're kind of going to continue what we were doing yesterday, but today's videos will make you question a whole lot. So, as we always do, let's get our bongs, let's get our blunts, let's get our spliffs, let's get our vapes. Let's get our coffee, let's get our OJ, maybe our tea. Let's take this hit and let's get into the show. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take the hit and I'll be right back. Alright, and yeah, so as I said, the videos I got here for you guys today, they will make you question everything. And if you're like me, then you question everything. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's get right into these videos. And yeah, here we go.
The video talking about there being hidden messages in movies and stuff. This movie is called Under the Silver Lake. Listen to this.
You wrote the song Turning Teeth for Jesus and the Brides of Dracula, and the codes and the music. I found the tunnels and the bomb shelter.
Okay.
So what does it all mean?
Come and sit down. Yeah.
That Kurt Cobain's Fender Mustang guitar?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I don't remember. I have so many things.
Can I pick it up?
I don't always worry what the message is. I just pass it along. I slip it between the notes, hide it away from people that know it's there.
You're saying you've done this before? Codes?
I wrote the music your dad grew up to. Half of what you sang along to as a kid, and I'm still doing it. And these teenagers are dancing to my music. I want it that way.
What?
You're telling me there's hidden messages in old pop songs?
Movies, television shows, everything you know.
Why?
That's pop culture, isn't it? Floats away like tissue paper. Yeah, I blow my nose. I find a used Kleenex, I recycle it, and there is your wedding song. Here it comes. I want to know what love is.
Holy shit.
And I want you to show me.
What are the tunnels for? Is there going to be a war?
Oh, hell, I don't know. I'm just trying to make a living, earn a few dollars.
But you have everything.
No.
You know this girl?
Well, isn't she pretty? Earth angel, earth angel.
She was killed.
Oh, won't you be mine? Well,
Along with Jefferson Sevens, but I think you already knew that.
no, I did not. I don't care what's fashionable or cool. It's all silly and it's all meaningless. I created so many of the things that you care about. The songs that give your life purpose and joy. When you were 15 and rebelling, you were rebelling to my music. Uh-oh. That's one you know.
What?
That song was not written on distorted guitar. No. I wrote it here on piano somewhere between a blowjob and an omelet. There is no rebellion. There's only me earning a paycheck.
What?
I don't believe you.
Well, good. Because the real message was not meant for you. So it's better if you just smile,
Bruh.
dance, and you enjoy the melody. Because this ugly old man, me, I am the voice of your generation. Your grandparents, your parents, and all the young people that follow you. I love rock and roll. Drop another dime in the jukebox, baby.
Whoa.
Oh, look at you. Everything that you hoped for, that you dreamed about being a part of, is a fabrication. Your art, your writing, your culture is the shell of other men's ambitions, ambitions beyond what you will ever understand.
That's funny to you.
Well, it's a little bit funny.
Yo. What in the world? This movie is Under the Silver Lake. I've never seen it. Now I'm gonna go and watch it because that was in. I don't know if you guys can understand the significance of what's like also said. Like right now, what we just heard, it's mind blowing. And we know one thing. There's always a little bit of truth that they like to put in these movies, in all the movies. So, what we just heard is that everything that we basically know for pop culture has literally been made by one person. I don't even know where to begin, but this is why I said this series will make you question everything. You let me know what you guys think down below, and let's get right into it.
We also take all children from organizations, including foster care. They are just taking this to the extreme. And it says the production is once they receive these babies, the meat is cured and dried, similar to that of beef jerky, so that it doesn't spoil and is preserved longer. And then they refer to having a Dahmer's mini camp. You are what you eat. And the target market for this is low income, poverty areas and countries.
Our people.
So once again, we are going after areas in our country. We know that Planned Parenthood, right, has always gone after the black population.
Now watch this.
And so to me, this feeds right into that.
The organization's president, Lila Rose, the goal of the project was to determine whether Planned Parenthood officials would accept financial donations on the condition that the money would only be used to eliminate African Americans. The following clips are from the actual recordings of those conversations.
That's what Planned Parenthood
Well, when I underwrite abortion, does that apply to minorities too?
If you specifically want it to underwrite an abortion for a minority person, you can target it that way. You can specify that that's how you want it spent.
Okay, yeah, because there's definitely way too many black people in Ohio, so I'm just trying to do my part.
Okay, whatever.
Well, blacks especially need abortions too, so that's what I'm trying to do.
Well, for whatever reason, we'll accept the money.
So the abortion could be, I could give money specifically for a black baby. That'd be the purpose.
absolutely. If you wanted to designate that you wanted your gift to be used to help an African American woman in need, then we would certainly make sure that that gift was earmarked specifically for that purpose.
Great, because I really face trouble with affirmative action, and I don't want my kids being disadvantaged, against black kids. I just had a baby. I want to put it in his name, so that's definitely possible.
Oh, always.
So, would it be possible for me to donate that money specifically for these minority groups so that they could have access to abortions?
Yes, it would be.
Wonderful. And could I specify that abortion be done, or those abortions be done for a particular minority group, or how does that work?
If you wish, you can.
Okay. So for example, the black community in Tulsa, because I have connections with that. Would it be possible to give the money specifically for that?
You sure can.
Wonderful. Great. So can I give you my credit card number?
Yes.
Wonderful. Just one more thing. The abortions will be done specifically for.
In the transcript here, it says the abortions will be done specifically for black communities. Abortions. For black community abortions. Holy fuck. The thing is like this. Personally, I've always known that there are certain institutions that are just evil, to say the least. But it's been so hard to get solid evidence or concrete proof, and I'm not saying that this per se is, because I haven't of course done my own due diligence with vetting and all that stuff. But what we're hearing right here, this is I think, and sorry, but I'm gonna be naming some people here, but I think the name of the individual I'm thinking of is Brother Polite. And I think the reason is because he basically stated that people are in warfare or in war when there are atrocities or certain types of things committed against them, or them being barred from or prohibited from or being unable to, I guess, get access to or something like that. And this is just me paraphrasing and kind of just remembering from a long time ago, so forgive me for completely messing up what you said, and I'll try to find it so that I can actually give more context to it later on. But essentially this is saying that basically he's right, because they're targeting our children. I said it in a video a couple of videos ago, but leave our kids alone. And I'm going to leave you right there, and let's continue on with these videos. God, holy, I told you, these videos will make you question everything.
I think you're telling us that you don't disagree with the 85,000 number of children that we lost contact with. I'm not saying you lost them, you said we lost contact with them. We don't know where those kids are. Is that fair to say?
We attempt to make a safety and well-being
goal. I understand that. So let's get to the point here. Let's just answer the direct question. When you made the call, you didn't get a response. Your letter tells me that you usually make 3 calls. You got no response on any of those 3 calls. 85,000 kids. Is that right?
In 81% of the calls, we are.
You lost. You didn't have contact with more than 85,000 kids. Is that fair to say? Is that right? I mean, just yes or no. We're not saying what's your percentage. 85,000 children that were placed by you. You made calls to check on them, and you made 3 calls on average. 85,000 of them. That. You have no idea where they are. You don't want to answer the question. That's fine. We're going to go on. I think.
Fat. $85,000 kids? Nah, bro. That just gave me a headache. Holy. $85,000 kids just gone missing because they couldn't get in touch with. Couldn't get in touch with them. You guys tell me what you guys think, how you guys feel about all this. This is giving me, like, stress, basically. Because I'll tell you guys a story later on. Yeah, I'll tell you guys a story later on about something along these lines that happened when I was a kid. But yeah, let's go on to the next one. You guys tell me what you guys think, how you guys feel about it. And here we go.
It looks like there's a divide here. There's no dialogue. You are creating a...
Okay, I'm done with the kid. We're moving on to the next one because, yeah, too much stress right now.
You killed your mom. You sold out your soul because you said it yourself.
My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
But you have people to and raise the lighters. Watch this. Kanye West told everybody to get rid of their Balenciaga. Kimberly is fucked up with Balenciaga.
I told Kimberly yesterday, I said, look, any form of perversion is bad in God's eyes.
She done sold her soul. And then he turns around and gets his new wife to do what, y'all? He took her shopping at Balenciaga. Anybody ever took a good look at the pictures of the kids, even with the blindfold on? You don't see who those kids are? Take a look at them. And then look at all of these celebrity kids. We'll say that. What does Kim Kardashian, not Kim, Beyonce's daughter and son look like? The twin. We'll leave that alone. She wears Balenciaga. Cardi B wears Balenciaga, all of them to this day. So that was just a game that everybody knew to play. Everybody is in this shit together.
Okay, now that's actually trippy because I saw a video a few weeks ago and it was talking something about the same thing about Kanye and how, so I don't know if you guys remember, but that period between like Christmas and like January 16th or some shit like that, that nigga went missing. That nigga was, nobody knew where he was. I don't know if it was from a little bit earlier than, I think it was from a little bit earlier than the Christmas period, but it was around, somewhere around that time. And he was gone. He was missing. He just dropped all those bombs, the anti-Semitic stuff and everything. And you know, at the same time, Kyrie going through his shit with what happened with his tweet and all of that. Anyways, when Kanye came back out, when Kanye was seen back out with his new girl, or his new wife, they were seen leaving from somewhere, but with a bunch of Balenciaga bags. So, as she says, It's just a game they all know how to play. That they all know to play. Anyways, as I said, question everything.
Look at this. Don't ask me where I am. Don't ask me nothing. But it is crazy. Yeah.
The skull, the sands of time.
Je zwoord. Het is het mooiste. Mooi ook, je hebt mee, gek. Dat wil ik hebben.
Did y'all see that last image he showed us? And that was inside a Freemason lodge. You know, there was, when I was young, when I was a kid, my Quran teacher, he said there's gonna come a time when everything is gonna be available to like be seen. Like all the information in the world will be available. If I fast forward from when he told me that to 3 years later, we're in 2011, and at that time, what happened? Social media boomed. Like not just social media boomed, but everything on the internet took off. Yeah, there was the recession crisis that went on as well, the housing crisis, but the internet changed. Like, everything could be streamed. Everything could be recorded and instantly, well, not instantly, but you know what I mean. Everybody could record and literally put it up to the internet within a few minutes. Everybody who had a mobile device, a cell phone, one of these. And what's crazy is how there's been a whole, at least in my view, there's been a lot of denying of just how impactful all of this tech and technology that we've come into has been. I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's been a double-edged sword. Both something great to be within in terms of like being able to use it, being part of the generations and stuff that had it, but in particular, it's also very, it still, I guess, lacks certain things that would enable you to at least sift through or get away from what would be considered as misinformation, what you're, I guess, trying to look up or whatever. Anyways, all this tech has had a crazy impact. All this technology has had a crazy impact, and if we fast forward to today from 2011, thinking about what my Quran teacher told me, he was very right. All information is on display in some capacity, whether it's a minute, tiny little bit of it or just a fabrication of it. Everything is on display. And now with AI, you guys tell me what you guys think, and let's keep it moving.
The internet is blowing up after lawmakers in Florida passed anti-LGBTQ bills, and people are having a meltdown over it. First, minors will not be allowed to receive gender-affirming treatments, including puberty blockers and sex reassignment surgery. If they do, the state will temporarily remove the child from the household.
Okay, as I said before, we're gonna just skip through all these, because if you know what, I'll actually just compile a video at another point and just do a bunch of exposing. So we'll skip this for now.
So I'm sitting here in front of the Western Wall, which is just below the Temple Mount. And in the Bible it says that in the last days, the false prophet would set up something called the image of the beast up there on the Temple Mount. And it says that whoever does not bow down and worship the beast would be killed. Okay, and it says that this image of the beast would actually be given the ability to talk. It would be given the ability to speak. Well, so a lot of people say, is it possible that this image, it could be some type of a hologram, or it could be something related to AI? And look, guys, that is absolutely possible. Nothing would surprise me. But there's also another possible, really simple, much less mundane explanation. So really next to every mosque, you've got a minaret, right? Or multiple minarets. And at the top of the minarets are speakers. In other words, these things are given a mouth to speak. And at the top of the minarets are the crescent moons, also called the Helal in Arabic, which is, by the way, very similar to in Isaiah 14, where it says Helal ben Sahar, which is translated in the King James as Lucifer. So could it be AI? Could it be some hologram? Maybe. Or maybe it's something much more simple, so that when the call goes out, for those who do not bow down and worship the beast, they would be killed. That's something to think about. So, guys, we need to be careful. But that said, time will tell, and it might even be a lot sooner than we think.
You guys tell me what you guys think. I think that's a very interesting theory. It does make me question a lot of what has been said about, the beast and all of that. And that's very interesting. That's a very interesting notion. Anyways, you guys tell me what you guys think. Could it be AI? Who knows? I clearly don't know. Anyways, let's go on to the next one.
Please, watch this video. Watch this video you are about to see. Just be patient.
The majority of African Americans that lived here were brought over here.
No,
No,
that's not economically sound.
What do you mean by it's not economically sound?
Oh, so what I'm saying is, people were already here. Does it make sense to go all the way to this other continent to bring people on a boat when we know that half of your stock is gonna die? You wouldn't do that.
So how many people do you think were brought over from Africa on slave ships? Because that definitely happened.
I don't believe it.
What do you mean you don't believe it?
I don't believe that story. You think this whole land was empty? No, there were natives here.
Right.
But today we're taught that natives is some other people. No, natives are the melanated African being that has come here since the beginning of the Mali Empire. We're talking about 14th, 13th century. We had already come here from Africa.
Really?
Oh yeah, we had already come here. Maybe people were brought over as slaves, but I don't think that the black people in America came from Africa Africa on slave ships. I believe the people that were here were slowly conquered. First they got the East Coast, and then they started spreading out west little by little, conquering. And when you conquer a tribe, what do? You enslave them. They're POWs. Right?
Okay.
That's what you do.
But I'm still confused. There's a great history of slave ships being brought over from Africa.
History is his story.
Right.
What about my story? Is my story not valid?
But if you do 23andMe from out,
23andMe.
Well, that's.
Either way, if you take black people here in America and you do their DNA sample and it point back to Africa, what does that say? It says black people in America are Africans. Now, the argument is, were we brought here or were we already here? Did we bring ourselves here or did the white man bring us here? You see, when you say the white man brought us here, what you're doing is you're removing our ability to transport ourselves. You're saying, oh, we didn't know anything about boats. That's what you're trying to tell me. You're trying to tell me that we didn't know that there was a landmass here. Go look at the primary source. You got here, we met black people. When you got the Caribbean, we met black people. You think the Caribbean is right next to America and they weren't in America?
That's interesting.
Does it make any sense? I mean, when you go and you look at real European history, would believe that if they took a bath, that was bad.
Right.
They didn't even want to change their clothes. They thought that dirty was purity. When we talk about the Moors going into Spain and into Europe, the stories in the history, our history, says that when we met the so-called Caucasian, he was sleeping in the barn with the animals. We told him, no, you can't sleep in the barn with animals. We taught them etiquette. We taught them running water. We brought that technology to Europe. Now, if we brought the technology to Europe that saved Europe from the Black Plague, you mean to tell me that if we saved the white race, that we weren't already in America already? When we brought the technology? When Rome was dependent on Africa for food? Remember when the Black Plague hit Rome? The cause was one of the officials was stealing the grain that was coming from Africa. So there was famine, hit Rome. If your source of sustenance is from Africa, how are you superior? You're not. You get your food from me. So if you get your food from me, who's more likely to travel this globe? Me, I'm the source of food. And that's the first thing you need to survive on this planet.
Please.
And that's why it was called the Dark Ages, or it's called the Dark Ages. And I'll get into that in another video. Oh man. Alright, I think we're gonna do maybe one or two more of these, and we're gonna call it a night.
Hi everyone, Pierre Polyev here. There's just an emergency here on Parliament Hill. The Liberals have just announced that they're shutting down debate. They're censoring debate on their censorship bill. We just got the notice right now. As you know, they've been trying to censor the internet in what Canadian artist Margaret Atwood is called creeping totalitarianism. So give Trudeau's woke bureaucrats over at the CRTC the power to control what you see and say on the internet. I'm just rushing into the House of Commons lobby right now. Conservatives are the only party fighting back. But as you can see, this closure is now being brought right before us right now. You see right here, Online Streaming Act. They're bringing in what's called closure, which shuts down debate and rams the bill through in record time. Only conservatives are fighting back against this censorship bill. We believe you should have the freedom to decide what you see and say online, but I need you to immediately sign my freedom of speech petition. The link is right before you. Click, sign immediately. Let's bring home freedom. I want to give you back control of your life and make this the freest country on earth. It's common sense. Let's bring...
This is crazy. And since it has gone into effect, I'm going to keep it moving. But you guys, tell me what you guys think down below. It's always safe over here.
See that? The Masonic symbol? Are you flipping kidding me? Look at this. Masonic. And gosh darn it. We may not be going much further, but what the heck is this? That is completely obnoxious. And inside is this deep Masonic crazy stuff. We weren't able to make it into the Masonic Order's ritual dungeon.
I found a secret Mason cave.
That's pretty creepy how there's just like some random secret Freemason cave, and what do they go and do there? Anyways, I don't know. You guys tell me what you guys think. I'm not gonna let the rest of that video go, but let's go on to the next one, and we'll call the next one the last one.
Guys, the government's playing by fucking gin rules. Fuck. Okay, somebody tagged me in a video about something called the Declaration of North America, and instantly my little spidey senses went bloop because DNA. I was like, oh, that's weird. But there's something that the government is saying does not exist called the North American Union. According to Google, it is a theoretical, economic, and political continental union of Canada, Mexico, and the United States, the three largest and most populous countries in North America. This, right off the bat, the government says does not exist. However, when you call her by her middle name, the Declaration of North America, she exists. To the point where she exists on a government website. All I did was Google Declaration of North America. We have the North American Union, NAU, is a theoretical, economic, and political continental union of Canada, Mexico, and the United States, the three largest and most populous countries in North America. But directly above that, we have a whitehouse.gov website. And when we click that shit, voila, there she is. So, you're sitting here asking, Fox, what's the big ass fucking deal? That's the big ass fucking deal. We're watching it happen right before our eyes. In order to make this a thing, we have to have one currency that absolutely everybody agrees on. Remember the fucking Cash App CEO getting murked? Do you see the fucking issue? That's all happening right now. Lord have mercy, I'm gonna shoot my soul out my ass. How do we prevent this? We fucking can't. But that's not even my main concern here. How many times have they played by gin rule? Fox, what's gin rule? Well, you didn't ask it this way, so I'm gonna give it to you this way. That's a fucking gin rule. Fucking fairy rules. I hate it. It's where they tell you something doesn't exist because you called it the wrong name. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, okay. So what else have we been calling by the wrong name? Whose else middle name do we need to find? Guys?
Bro, that's actually crazy. Whoa, I would have not thought about that. And I did hear about, the North American Union when I was in school as a little kid. But I'd never heard of the Declaration of North America. That's crazy. That is wild. Anyways, guys, that's it for tonight. Y'all have a good night. My name is Siphon. Guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And question everything. Peace.